Hello and welcome to the second instalment of Miss Hull's Pondcast. Thank you for sending all your fantastic activities so far. Our teachers have loved looking through them and enjoying them via your email links. Now today, as promised, we're going to be looking at frog spawn and I'm so excited to show you this. So let's get started with some keywords. Our first keyword for today is life cycle. Say life cycle with me at home. Life cycle. Then we've got frog spawn. And finally, camouflage. Now that's a word some of you might be unfamiliar with. And I'm going to try and explain it to you now. Lots of creatures use camouflage to keep themselves protected from something called predators. Predators are usually the creatures who want to eat them. So, let's imagine these pebbles here are different creatures. If you were the predator and you wanted to eat them, which of these creatures are the easiest to spot? Yes, you're right. It's the ones that are lighter colours, the ones that stand out. These other three here camouflage into the stonework really well. It means they stay hidden, almost as though the creatures are playing a giant game of hide and seek. Now, I'm going to take a look at our frog spawn. As you can see, the frog spawn is sat on the very top on the surface of the pond. Originally though, the frogs laid their eggs at the bottom of the pond, and the eggs have floated to the top. They've done this because they need oxygen and sunlight to survive. And the sun is just coming out this morning, so that's perfect. I'm going to aim to give you a bit of a better look at the frog spawn, but remember, if you're ever outside looking at nature, you need to make sure you're staying a safe distance and observing it carefully so you're not harming it. I'm just going to use this little white cup here. I'm going to just place it under the water and allow the frog spawn just to move slightly. Can you see? In each of the little jelly balls there's an individual egg. That egg will become a tadpole and then eventually a frog. The eggs originally were just one black circle each. Now you can see they've started to change shape. They're almost ready to become tadpoles. But how do they get out of that ball of jelly they're sat in? Well, they eat their way out. Imagine your very first meal ever being jelly. It gives them lots of energy, ready to start their journey to being a frog. Now, you may also have noticed in my last video, and I'll show you again now, that frogs lay lots and lots of frog spawn. We've got this patch here, got this one over here, this one here, and all of this massive area here is covered with frog spawn. One of your activities today is going to be thinking about the reasons why that might be happening. I also want you to think about camouflage, that key word we were looking at earlier. If I just zoom out from my pond, do you think the frog spawn's well camouflaged or not? Now, the frog spawn in my pond has been here for around about 3 weeks now. And whilst it looks like it's doing nothing, the frog inside it is growing and developing and becoming ready to be a tadpole, the next stage of the frog's life cycle. It won't be long now, maybe only a couple of days. So, whilst we're waiting for the frog spawn to become tadpoles and for the next Pondcast, I've got some activities you can be doing. The first activity is to think like a scientist and ask lots of questions. So, as we were discussing, why do frogs spawn so many eggs? Why do frogs spawn so many eggs? So why do frogs lay so many eggs? What could the reasons be? Once you've done being a scientist, you could become an artist again. and create your own frog spawn using things from around the house. I've just used a green highlighter pen, some bubble wrap and a marker pen, and it looks as though I've got my own little cluster of frog spawn. And finally, why not have an Oracy style discussion with your family? Do you think frog spawn is well camouflaged? We've just talked about what camouflage means. Have a think about it. Go back through the video and pause it at key points. Get talking to your families, find out what they think too. Thank you for watching. I've really enjoyed today's podcast and I hope you have too. I can't wait to show you the tadpoles next time. Keep smiling, stay indoors, keep washing your hands. Bye!